cool, it wasn't true. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a former Heisman winner. This is Mark Ingram. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him. That excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defense.
And now look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man is Arcega Whiteside. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Wentz going to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. From the red zone now, Wentz. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future as they start to peer toward the offseason. In trouble here And down he goes, back at the 8-yard line. Tyus Bowser in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. These two teams all tied after one. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Ravens 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Look at the big man rumble. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st down, Ravens.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go!
reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dee Ford in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. A carry here for Holyfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Holyfield. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing his Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson now. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw his Wentz. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They run with Holyfield, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Complete, he finds Bray. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Working from the gun, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's got daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Wentz now on first down. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. To throw, it's Wentz. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Mike 58, right there. Here we go. Shift.
Wentz now on first down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making it incomplete.
Oh, no. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Throwing on first is Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Eagles first down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A first carry from Matt Days, and he gets it down to the 32. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this 4th quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, Even the distance, the only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Go.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
One set. 53. Check 53. Stay with your man.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they will take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Ravens, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it.